met with a woman who was trusted had died in 1907. Hello, I'm Mark and welcome. So in this video, I wanna discuss to you about the mystery of zombies in the real world, which even recognized in a country. Wait, Mark, zombie in the real life? No, you're just joking to me, Mark, because we all know zombie is nothing in the real world. But yeah, I'm also as surprised like you guys when I first read it. And I thought this is interesting thing to discuss with you. So we will to discuss mystery and conspiracy theory about this. So let's start it. I think this case is quite exciting because you will later see the perspective of believer, but there are also theories that fight the belief that zombie. Surely you are known by the name of zombie because zombie often appear in the fantasy movies like Resident Evil, Train to Busan, and then World War Z, or maybe you ever see it in the horror movie. But is it true that zombie in the real life? Maybe in Haiti. The story began in 1936 when an American writer named Zora Neale Hurston went to Haiti to research about voodoo, or if in Indonesia like black science or black magic. But when she was in Haiti, she found a very thing. In 1936, Zora met with a woman who was trusted had died in 1907. She was found wandering around the road without clothes, and the woman was named Felicia Felix Mentor. Her voice is hoarse and heavy, and her view is empty. The people found her were surprised because they believed that Felicia was buried in 1907, that is 29 years earlier. This news directly spread all over Haiti. All people shocked and wonder how can anyone has died 29 years ago but can live back. But for some tribes in Haiti, there is a trust that that can live back too because voodoo has long been there. And they also believe that the dead is not really dead and rests calmly. Although for the old people in Haiti are not surprised, of course different to international people like us. When reading the headline news, zombies in the real life, directly confused like, what? Is it serious? This Felicia case makes experts in particular fields such as medical, journalism, and psychology interested to researching zombie in Haiti. And certainly many people are skeptical and curious with the existence of a dead person but can live again and walk again. And as I said before, this is not something that surprising again for some people in Haiti. About 10 years before Zora came and met Felicia, there was an American journalist named William Seabrook who also came to Haiti to read his book The Magic Island, telling his story about his experience during in Haiti. And from the interview he did to the surrounding residents, he got information that there were shamans, or in Haitian language bokor, who had a magical powder that could make anyone who consumed it would die of suri. After the victims die, they will be awakening them from the grave and make them as slaves. William Seabrook also said from the result of his interview The zombies were seen look like a robot. Their view were empty, but they were not blind. They were look like the dead man walking. William also said they are made to be slaves to commit crimes such as stealing, killing, and so on, but more often they are forced to work on the farm. If the zombies don't obey them, then they will torture the zombies. An interesting thing that Haiti government confirmed that this zombification process is true and is a crime in Haiti. If there are people want to try perform a zombification process, they will be punished. Back to Felicia. Felicia finally was placed in a hospital because she was diagnosed with schizophrenia disease. But for some reason, Zora doesn't believe that Felicia is experiencing a mental illness because when talking to Felicia, Zora feels something strange than just a mental illness. Zora also gained the same info as William Seabrook about the process of zombification done by the Siemens or the Bokors. After met Felicia in the hospital, Zora decided to go from Haiti because Zora knows the Siemens have known her research and start to targeting her to poison it. In addition, Zora and William, there are also other experts come to Haiti to learn about zombification because they think this is like, wow, this is crazy. And one of them is Wade Davis. He is a writer and an ethnobiologist who came to Haiti to learn about zombies as well. And he also interviewed a man named Clairvius Narcisse who claimed to ever be a zombie through the process of zombies. Well, this is the core of this video I wanna discuss to you. This is a research which is there was a documentary movie they made, and the documentary movie is a very crazy and very interesting. You will be withdrawn with the magical trust and logical trust, and this happened in the 90s. So there is an expert team carried by Professor Roland Littlewood, a psychiatrist and anthropologist going to Haiti to investing about zombies, and they also get information from a former Bokor come into Christian religion and try to educate to public about voodoo or black magic is bad and it's not good to do, and his name is Dodo. Dodo told to Roland, it is true that there were Bokors give a drug to their victims until death and raise them back again to be a zombie. Roland and his friends decided to meet one of the zombies in Haiti. They got information that there is a zombie living in a village, and the name of that zombie is Wilfred Dorison. Wilfred Dorison lived in a remote village. Roland and his friend have to travel a far road to get to where Wilfred stayed. In the middle of the journey, Roland and his friends met a family that said that the zombie really exists. Our sister some time ago just back at home from somewhere. She had hid it and suddenly died. We think this doesn't make sense. Then we beheaded her head and then buried it for not to be a zombie. Roland and his friend continue their journey to meet Wilfred. After they arrived at Wilfred's home, they met Wilfred with his feet half tied up. If you look at the documentary movie, you can see that Wilfred is not like a general people, and he is like having a mental illness. Wilfred's family said that before Wilfred died, he was fine as a normal people in general, but after he died and come back to his own hometown, he's look like that and like he having a mental illness. And by the way, not only Wilfred's family saw died of Wilfred, but other people saw too, and Wilfred has a certificate of die. Wilfred's coffin maker said he smells the rotten Wilfred's body he has never experienced before, and the people who to bury him should also close their nose because of very odor. Like I said before, zombie is made to be slaves. Wilfred back to his house, and Wilfred has a sign at his hands he has not before. The sign is like the former of handcuff, and his family really sure that is Wilfred because one of his finger had been broken when he was a kid while playing a football. And his father said his habit is like Wilfred, the way he walks also like Wilfred, but in his body is not like Wilfred. Back to Roland, he is between believe and not believe. Then Roland invites Wilfred to check blood pressure, check the heartbeat, eye check, and everything is normal. Not satisfied with that answer, Roland and his friends bring Wilfred to hospital for check to Wilfred's body what happened medically. Initially, Wilfred refused to be scanned because he is trauma with a narrow room because it was like a grave. But after being pressured, he was finally want to examine. At the time of check, his brain is normal and okay. But the surprising is that when the blood check of the result is no match with Wilfred's DNA, or it's no match with Wilfred's family. After that happens, the trust of people is divided into two. There are believe that Wilfred is a zombie, but there are also don't believe it at all. There is an opinion that his body still remains the Wilfred body, but in his body is not Wilfred any. But there are also people who think logically that Wilfred's family deliberately looking for similar people like Wilfred to lie to the world and accuse his uncle for the zombification action. So they believe that his uncle makes Wilfred become zombie because he does not want Wilfred get a family heritage. So like a family came to drop his uncle, and they pay people who is like Wilfred and pretend to become a zombie. As I said before, that there is a rule in Haiti that prohibit of the process of zombification. So that's the case of zombie in the real life. I want to know what do you think about this case, and if you have your own theory, please rate it in the comment column below. And if you like a video like this, please you can join with me with a subscribe, and see you again in my next videos.